Mom, how's Emily doing? Has her fever gone down at all? If not, I can send you her insurance information and you can take her to the urgent care to have a doctor look at her. And they might be able to figure out if she's got just a normal fever or something else like an infection somewhere.
Hello, Reed. Her fever has actually just gone down from 102 to just 100 now. Right now, she's able to eat again without feeling nauseous, and drinking plenty more juice as well. But I wouldn't say that she's feeling perfectly well just yet. She doesn't want to sleep anymore though, so I have her wrapped up in some blankets most of the day while she watches her cartoons. I'm thinking later on about giving her a nice bath so that she can cool down just a little and get some of that sweat off herself.
I see. Well, thank goodness her fever's gone down a bit. I've been worried about her all day now. I'm sorry though, Mom. Giving her over to you like that out of nowhere?
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. You and your wife both have to work during the day, so it makes sense that you'd ask for my help with her. And it's not like you could send her to daycare today, right? Even with the slightest signs of someone being sick, they will not take them. So at times like this, please ask for my help.
Thank you. I was hoping I could have taken the day off work today. But I had to go on my business trip since I was asked to do this by another employee who was calling off. And Robin is very busy as well, of course. I'm so happy you were able to help us out with Emily.
Oh, you don't have to worry so much about me being here for you. Both myself and your dad are glad to be around her again, since for a while there we really didn't get to be with her at all. But it is unfortunate that she has to suffer from a fever right now. I think as long as she just rests for today, though, she'll be feeling a lot better tomorrow, and that fever will be almost gone.
I hope that's the case. And I'm sorry about not ever having her go over to see you both. Yet again, we've been so busy and never had time to really take her anywhere after we both get home from work. When she's feeling 100% again and I have more time off, I'll bring her over to play with you both.
Thank you, Reed. Anyway, I'll make sure to take good care of her until tomorrow evening for you guys, then you can come get her. So go ahead and calm back down now and get your work done.
What? Tomorrow evening?
Yes. Robin told me that she's going to be really busy until tomorrow and asked that I take care of Emily until tomorrow night.
Is that right? I never heard anything about her being so busy tonight, though. I also told her that I'd be back home as soon as possible, so I might be able to come and get her instead.
You don't have to force yourself to come home early if you don't need to. You're out of the state right now, after all, so it would be a waste to have to talk with your company about needing to come home early. And when it comes to Robin, she's a busy woman, I'm sure.
I know that. But I never heard anything about this from Robin is the thing. Couldn't she have at least told me this first so that I was aware of what all was going on?
Don't worry about it. I'm sure she just might want to take some time to get a breath of fresh air is all. She could also have something going on at her work late into the evening tonight, right? Either way, she has been working hard just like you, and probably just needs to take care of herself tonight.
But I just wish she would have told me something about that. This is about our girl, after all.
I'm sure she wanted to tell you, but just forgot. And it's not like Robin is forcing me to take on Emily until tomorrow evening. She said as long as I was okay with it, she'd like that from me. So don't get so worked up over it, please. Robin is having to do a lot of things on her own right now, so please don't feel you have to question what she's up to. Like I said as well, I enjoy holding on to Emily for you guys right now, so there's no reason to feel as though you need to get her back from me as soon as possible.
I know, Mom. Well, thank you for caring for Emily. Tell her that I'll bring a present home from this trip.
I'll let her know. Ah, Emily is saying she'd like some chocolate this time.
Will do. I can get something from both you and Dad as well. Is there anything you guys would like? I could pick you guys up some snacks, alcohol, maybe some souvenirs.
You don't have to get anything for us. We just want you making it back here safe and sound.
But you guys are always taking care of my family, so I want to bring you both a gift. If I find something that looks good, I'll buy that and bring it home for you both. I know you're a wine drinker, and California is full of wineries.
Thank you, Reed. Now good luck with the rest of your work. I'm going to go back and sit with Emily now. August? I was able to get those grapes from my husband. Thank you so much for these. I never knew that you and your husband had grapevines like these growing in your guys' backyard. Oh, they are so delicious. And also, I wanted to say that I'm sorry about Emily. Next month, things will be a lot less hectic for me, so until then, please continue taking good care of her. No worries, Robin. Both you and Reed are in the middle of the most busy time of the year at your jobs, right? Normally, when you don't have to deal with your jobs, you both are taking very good care of Emily. So at times like this, when you don't have time to be home, leave her with me. Thank you so much. Hey, Robin. There's actually something I've been really wanting to ask you. Is it all right if I ask? Go ahead. I'm all ears, but I hope there hasn't been any issues with Emily there. What I have to ask is something very difficult for me, and it might be difficult for you to answer as well. Are you and Reed doing all right together? What? I like to think everything is fine between us. Why are you asking me a question like that? Did my husband bring something up about me to you? Oh, no, not at all. Actually, before Reed came over to my house, Emily and I were drawing pictures together. Emily was drawing this man she called her new dad. Excuse me? Her new dad? Yes. I thought bringing something like that up with Reed would shock him a little. So I haven't talked with him about it yet. I'm just a little curious of who that picture Emily drew might have been of. Well, I'm not sure. I'm sorry, but I have no idea who that could be. Is that so? Did you not ask Emily about who it might have been? Well, I did ask her about it, but she only told me that he's her new dad and that he will occasionally buy her presents and toys. I'm sorry about that. I'm sure right now I'm making it seem like I'm suspicious of you or something. No worries, it's fine. Actually, I myself am sorry for Emily causing you all that concern. But this really isn't something you need to be worried about, right? I think in Emily's head, she just likes to imagine that she has this new dad. Kids are always imagining things, aren't they? So this is all just in her imagination, is that what you're saying? It didn't seem to be anyone that resembled characters from her favorite cartoons or books. I'm sure she's seen that man somewhere and thinks of him as her dad. Perhaps that could be someone she sees at her daycare? Like the owner or one of the parents? Well, that would be funny if that were the case. What? August? Are you really starting to doubt me right now? I'm sorry about that. I was just surprised to see her drawing a picture of her so-called new dad like that is all. I really don't think she meant anything with that, so you don't have to feel worried. If you want to, you can go ahead and tell my husband about this as well. I'm sure he'll be shocked at first. Robin, I'm really sorry about asking you all of this. I'm sure that was pretty stupid of me to be that nosy, right? Well, I wouldn't call it stupid, but you happen to care a lot for Emily and what she does. Well, I don't really want to say this because of all the help you give, but, hearing that you thought something suspicious like that of me has made me a little disappointed in you. I'm sure it has. I really did say and ask some rude things there. Once again, I'm sorry for that. No, you don't have to apologize to me anymore. This is all due to Emily drawing such an odd picture. I'm just going to act as though this conversation never happened between us now. I'd like you not to worry about any of this either. Okay, I understand. Thank you. But really, I am sorry. Reed, do you have a little time today? When you get done with work today, do you mind coming over to my house for a little bit? I have something I'd like to tell you about.
I don't have that kind of time right now.
But this is something very serious.
But I do not have the time to come to your place right now. Right now, I'm in a very difficult situation. So there's no time for me to come over and talk with you, Mom.
Reed, what's happened to you? Right now you seem to be a little bit troubled. What do you mean by being in a difficult situation right now?
My wife just took Emily and left.
What?
Not what! This is all because of you, Mom! You've been hiding the fact that you bully my wife from me! Robin told me that she never wants to be around you again. And now she's wanting us to get a divorce!
Running out of her own house like that with Emily? That's what I'd expect from that cheating whore.
Huh? Cheating whore? Are you gonna keep coming at me with that lie? You stop lying to me about that right now! How much further are you gonna pick on her and degrade her before you feel happy with yourself?
Reed, you calm down right now. Listen to what I have to say now.
You think I can calm down right now with you talking to me? To me, the most important people right now are Robin and Emily. That's why I've been putting my heart into both working and raising our daughter. Her and I were doing so well with one another, and this family was perfect. Because you couldn't help but bully my wife, she took our daughter and ran off.
What I wanted to talk with you about today was how Robin's been cheating on you with another man.
And all of that is one massive lie from you, right? I have heard about what all you've been up to from Robin herself. She told me she's tired of you acting like she's been having an affair or something.
I understand that I've been pretty suspicious of her for some time. And I'm sorry that I got her all worked up like that. I think I made a mistake talking to her like that without having any evidence of what she's been up to.
Then you need to stop talking to us from now on. Just leave my family alone. I need to go to her parents' house right now and apologize to her. I don't know if she's gonna want me back in her life or not, but...
I am telling you the truth about her.
Huh?
She has been cheating on you.
I told you to cut that out already. You're being really rude now.
Reed, listen to me, please. I am telling the truth. I have proof of it all now, too.
What? You actually have proof of her cheating on me now?
I do. At first, I had seen that picture Emily had drawn, and it made me doubt Robin some. But after asking Robin about it, things started to get a little strange with her. I'm sorry I never told you I was doing this, but I went and hired a detective to look into what she was up to.
Emily's drawing?
You didn't hear about this?
I did not. What are you talking about? From what Robin was telling me, you were questioning her about cheating on me because she would always come home from work late. And Robin was also telling me that you blamed her for always having to take care of Emily for us.
She was saying things like that about me. That's why recently I haven't been having to take care of Emily as much then. She is unbelievable.
Have you really not been picking on Robin?
Everyone sees and hears things differently from one another, so perhaps to her she felt that I was bullying her. But I'm telling you that I never meant to bully her in any way. I didn't have a reason to at the time. Anyway, you need to come to my house today so that I can show you the evidence. Then I think you'll still have time to make the correct choice about her. Robin? I have something I want to tell you. August, what do you want from me? I'm sure you've heard about everything going on right now from Reed, right? I'm not going to change how I feel about you. I'm not going to say you can't divorce him, but there's one odd thing I heard about. Reed told me your reason for wanting a divorce is because I've been mean to you? Yes, that's correct. How is any of that odd to you? I was being suspected of cheating on Reed by you. I had even told you that I did not like you saying things like that around me, right? I totally think that at the time I was being a little harsh. Well, if you knew that you were being rude at the time, then you should have stopped bothering me after. You made me look like the bad guy even though I've been doing nothing wrong. As long as Reed still calls someone as horrible as you his mother, I cannot stand to be married to him. That's why this divorce is happening. I'm sure that's not totally right. You ran away with Emily because you knew he was about to find out about you cheating on him, right? And you think you can use the fact that I've been doubting your actions and suspecting you of cheating as a reason for the divorce? You're still going to say that I've been cheating on him? You've already gone and ruined your son's relationship, okay? Yet you're still going to persist to heckle me about that? I'm not saying or suspecting you of it. I know that you've been cheating on him, and that's why I'm talking with you right now. Excuse me? Ever since I started to suspect you of cheating on Reed, you no longer asked me to take care of Emily for you anymore, right? You didn't want her saying anything else to me about how you've been with another man, right? You're wrong. Would you stop trying to paint me as the bad guy here? You can stop lying to me about all of this now. I know that you've let Emily meet the man you've been going out with behind Reed's back. I'm telling you to stop saying all that incriminating crap about me. It's because of you that your son is going to lose his wife and daughter now. How about you start to take responsibility for that problem you've caused him instead of living in that dream world of yours? I have evidence. What? At first, I was really going to believe what you had told me. But what Emily had said to me really made an impact. So? How did that end up impacting you? When my son had a day off, he came over to drop Emily off at my place. When she was here, I asked her about that man she drew one last time and wanted to know if he was real or not. Emily told me she couldn't tell me about him anymore or else you'd yell at her again. What? So that's the evidence you have then? You're telling me that the words of a child are good enough proof for you? That will never be evidence for any of this, August. I know that very well, Robin. So I went and hired a detective. A detective? That's right. Now that you're aware of the situation you're in, I'd like to ask about the relationship you have with this other man. He works in the same company as you, right? He happens to be married himself, and I heard about how he plans on divorcing his wife. I also happen to have a picture of you taking Emily to go and see that man. Are you being serious right now? Yes, because I have no reason to be threatening you or anything. I'm completely fine with you and my son getting this divorce. It's just a shame that you lied to him about the reason why. Honestly, I kind of wish your reason was true, and that I was bullying you this whole time. August, I'm sorry. So you're going to confess now? I will, as long as you don't tell Reed about this. I don't want to hurt him with any of this. What are you talking about, Robin? You already asked him for a divorce and took his child away, right? That's gone and hurt him plenty now. He won't even talk with you, and that's why you're not getting any messages from him anymore, right? I don't want him learning about how I cheated on him. I never had any issues with Reed as my husband. It's just that I found someone I ended up loving more than him. You found someone you ended up loving more than Reed? Oh, come on now, Robin. You're going to have to do better than that. You went and had this long relationship with that man, and even started to show Emily to him. I want you to take full responsibility for all that you've done. I didn't want to make my husband sad with any of this. So you made up a lie and told him I was picking on you in order to get a divorce. No matter how you try and look at it, you've gone and hurt my son. You just don't want to be seen as the bad guy is all. If you didn't want to hurt him and make him sad at all, then you never would have started cheating on him. I understand that. Fine. I won't divorce him then. Huh? I will give it one more chance. Living with him and my daughter again. All right? Now, please, would you just keep all of this a secret and never tell anyone about it? You really are such a bitch, Robin. Now you just want to act as though you weren't just letting another man plow you? I want you to do this for Emily. If you can keep all of this a secret from me, then I'll tell Reed I made a mistake and you never actually were bullying me. We can go back to living a life the way it was, and we won't have to make your son sad. You shut your mouth of yours right now! What the hell is wrong with you, woman? Who do you think my son and Emily are? I will not allow you and your unfaithfulness to be a problem for my family any longer. As a side note, my son already knows about what you've done. You already told him about it? Of course I did. He's your husband, after all. He is sitting with me right now, looking at all the things you've just said to me now. I've also gotten to hear about how my son has been left to do pretty much all the chores in the house and caring for Emily. Besides, when he has to go on business trips, you leave him to handle Emily all the time, right? I thought that you both were supposed to be dividing up all those responsibilities and working together to have a happy family. It really is frustrating to have to hear about all of this. Especially when I was talking to him about how much of a hard worker you are and that you care so much for your family. You're wrong. August, you tell Reed that all of that was a lie right now. I'm sorry. I will apologize for literally everything I've done. Just don't make my husband any more upset about all of this, okay? I'm not wrong about a single thing. It's too late for you to be the good guy anymore, as I've told him everything. The reason for this divorce is that you cheated on my son. The only option you have left is to agree with that reason and stop trying to hide the truth from the man you've hurt. I am so disappointed in you for making other people seem like the bad guy, all so that you could run away from your problems. After that, both my family and Robin's family got together to talk about what would be happening between her and Reed next. In the end, we decided that there would be a divorce and that my son would get full custody of Emily. I was thinking that it would be very hard for him to get full custody, but to the judge, the fact that Robin never bothered to take care of the chores or Emily and would show her to the other man she was with were all very irresponsible things for a mother to be doing. And because of this whole cheating situation being opened wide up, the man Robin had been with soon got a taste of this mess as well. When his wife found out about what he was doing, she tore him a new one and forced him to leave Robin and for him to no longer be allowed to go out of the house for anything besides work. Talks of all that had happened soon began to spread around their workplace as well, and both Robin and her secret lover were being scolded by every one of their co-workers about what they'd done. Neither of them were able to get any work done, and whenever they ran into one another in the office, they looked at each other with horrible expressions on their faces. This then led to one of them having to leave the company they'd been working for, and in the end it was Robin who chose to leave. She was also kicked out of her parents' house afterwards, so right now she's stuck working at a factory where she makes just enough money to pay Reed child support each month. She has also moved herself into a small apartment downtown, where she has to share things like the kitchen and bathroom with the rest of her floor. A few times now, Robin has texted Reed telling him how much she misses him and that she wants them to get back together. But Reed, having his heart already smashed to pieces by her, ended up blocking her number and now talks to her parents about things like the child support and all that. It's starting to seem as though Robin is really learning from the mistakes she made, and because of that, I don't have much else to say about her now. I just hope that from here on, nothing ever happens to my son and granddaughter that would only cause them more heartache. After the divorce, my son moved back home to our house. Luckily, with the full custody of his daughter, he was also given a settlement from both his ex-wife and the man she had cheated on him with. He was happy to have gained some money from what had happened, but of course he really only cared about the fact that he got to have Emily go with him. He still doesn't fully understand what all happened to cause such a divorce between himself and Robin, but now that he's back home with his mom and dad, we are going to try and help him forget about it. And when it comes to Emily believing that she had this new dad, it seems like she never really liked Robin forcing her to call him dad in the first place. So of course she never really talks about him anymore. Even though she had to be forced to be around someone she didn't want to be with, at least it made a good reason for Robin to never have custody of Emily. I'm sure that since Emily no longer has to be around Robin, she will slowly but surely forget all the horrible things she had done to her. So after all that, my husband and I will start to support our son some more and make sure that both him and his daughter create a wonderful new life together. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We're looking forward to seeing you at the next story.